Hi everyone, today I'm gonna share with you guys how to improve your French reading skill. Salut mes amis, j'espère que vous allez très bien. Mbote na bandeko nyonso boza kolandanga. Lelo na ko partager na bino to ko coach bino ndenge nini totangaka na français. Ndeno baka soza mituna otindelanga yango na sima, merci mingi. So guys, what I have done here, I combine the vowel and then so you're gonna see when I start reading, I combine some of the vowel and you're gonna hear the sound is gonna be a little bit different. Okay, so I'm gonna go step by step. Okay, for example, you're gonna hear me against I can combine like P plus A equal pa, P plus A equal P. Okay, so something like that. All right, sometimes you're gonna see me I combine O plus U equal U. Okay, so yeah, so in French we have 6 vowels, we have 6 voyelles. So A, E. So this one I'm reading like in French and English. A, E, I, O, U, Y. Okay, again. A, E, I, O, U, Y. Right? Now in French, A, E, I, O, U, Y. Okay, so this one, when I explain to you guys about the African name, it sounds U, but not right now. Okay, we're gonna go here, so I'm gonna combine them. Okay, so we have different letter here, so we have F, N, T, K, P, V, L, R, W, M, S, Z. Okay, so here how I combine them. Okay, so F plus A, so I combine them, it gives us fa, 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 fa. F plus A, it gives us fe, fe. Février, février, février. F plus I, it gives us fi, fi, fi. F plus O, when I combine them, it gives us fo, fo, fo. F plus U, when I combine them. Now here, the sound, you have to be careful. Okay, you have to be careful because when we use African name, it sounds foo, foo. It sounds like oo. It sounds like oo. Okay, so it depends. When we use the French name, the sound also gonna sound a little bit different. You know, for example, when I show you guys an example, you guys gonna understand. This one, it sounds fi. You see this one and this one almost sound the same, but here I'm gonna show you guys, you have to be careful when we pronounce them. We pronounce it. Okay, so we have for example, farine. Okay, so this is the example I put here. Farine, favori, favorite, faux, 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 faux. Fils, fille, fier, fier. Femelle, femme, femme, fa. So you see here, fa, m, one of the M is silent. So here it sounds like the same, femme, famelle. So this one, okay, this one sound fe. So when you look at here, we say femme, 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 femme. Here, you're gonna, if French is not your first language, you're gonna hear the sound, the person gonna say femelle, femelle. You're gonna hear them, they have like two sound, because you see, here I say femme, right? Femme. Even though femme, femme. So this A and M also makes like a femme, femme, ma femme. Because this A and this make sound femme. But here, when you hear the person say femelle, femelle, don't judge the person, okay? Because they trying to learn or to pronounce, so the sound may sound a little bit bizarre, but it's okay. Omona so mtu msusu aibilang bente soka zo tanga au comprendre depo omoni awa sona mweze bima femme. Alors e oyo na m ezepesa biso kola femme, okay? Siko awa mutu aibi français bente ko tango femelle, femelle, femelle. Oyoka pa kokoloba femelle, mais ko critiquer mingité, corriger na ndemo malam ako répondre, ako comprendre malam, okay? Pour na poto biso to na Canada to na États-Unis so mtasolo ba bienté to jija formaté to boya bloc wana, alors to corriger mais na ndemo kwa malam, okay? So you know, when you hear somebody, you know, the way they have their accent when they're reading, don't judge them. Just, if you want to correct them, be careful. We come here. Ka, ke, ki, ko, ku, ki. Now, this one we use most of the time for African name when we read it, okay? So you have to be careful with this one. Here we have la, le, li, lo. So here in African name we're gonna say lu, okay? So you have to be careful. Here you have to be careful. For example, Lumumba, but I'm gonna explain to you guys later on, okay? Li, so this and this sound the same. This one sound like Lee. You know, like for example, Bruce Lee sound like this, Lee, okay? So here we have ma, me, mi, mo. You see here, it sound mu. When we read it, it sound mu, not me. No, it sound like mu. But later on, me, this one sound the same, and like this one, okay? But most of the time here, I'm gonna explain to you guys, you know. We come here, example, maître, maîtresse, mal, mari, matou. Maître, maîtresse, mal, mari, matou. Okay? We come here. Na, ne, ni, no, nu. See this one? It sound like nu, but it's not, because this is the Belgium sound, and we also have the French one. But when you read, if you understand French well, we say nil, tu es nil, okay? But when you read an African name, this one, it sounds nu, but it's not really, because nu sound like this, nu, and then when we add s at the end, become like the pronoun nous sommes, nous avons, okay? Here sound ni, so this and this sound the same, okay? But we have to be careful when we see this, okay? So we come here, nana, nana, nègre, nègre, négresse. So this is the female, this is the male. Neveu, neveu, nièce, nièce. So na, nègre, négresse, neveu, nièce. We come here. Pa, pe, pi, po. This one we can sound like pure, pure, pure. Okay, pure. When we put here, it's gonna sound pure. But in African name, it's gonna sound pu. It's gonna sound like you know when you say puma, it's gonna sound like puma, puma. In African name, we say like this. Puma. Okay? We say puma. Poo, poo. So we sound like poo. But the real sound in French like pi, pire, pire. Okay? Here it sound same like this. Okay? This one sound pi, this one sound pi. But you know, for example, when I say when I give you guys example, like when we build a sentence, you guys gonna understand, okay? So I mean, when we construire la phrase. So we come here. Papa, papa, père, parrain, pêcheur, pêcheresse, prince, princesse. Okay? We come here. So this is what I was talking about. Pile, polio, public, public, pure. You see here? It sounds like a pure. So the pronunciation and this is different. This one, pile. So when you this one, it sounds a little bit kind of heavy. Pure, pure, puma, puma. You see here? Puma, puma. I'm not saying puma, puma. Okay, puma. Some people they're gonna say puma. Some people are gonna say puma. But yeah, you have to be careful there because the sound is a little bit different. Pygmy, pygmy, pygmy. This one is kind of silent. Okay. We come here. Ra, ré, ri, ro, ru, ri. So when we put e here, become like rue, road, rue. Okay, but in African name, it's gonna sound like the sound is gonna be different. Okay, but this one is French. Okay, so we come here. Radio, radio, René, René, rare, rare. We come here. Ça, c'est, si, so, su. Here it sounds like sud, sud, sud. When you put D at the end, sud, Sud-Afrique, Afrique du Sud. But in African name, it's gonna sound su. Okay? So the pronunciation for French is different. In African, different. So like I said here, it's gonna sound like for example, like I said, Sud, Afrique du Sud, Sud-Afrique. Okay? And then here, si. So it's gonna sound the same like this one. Okay? We come here. Singe. Okay? So singe, this is the monkey, but it's a male. The female, we call them guenot. Okay? Supérieur. Okay? We come here. Ta, te, ti, to, tu, ti, So you see, this one is the tu. Tu es beau, tu es belle, tu es jolie. So this one, it's like a pronoun, a subject pronoun, but right? But in the African name, it's gonna sound like tu. Okay? So I want you guys to see the differences there. Okay? So we come here. Va, ve, vi, vo, vi, vi. Verb, you know, when you like verb voir, okay, to see, okay. So when you conjugate that verb in a different tense, you're gonna see je vis, okay. Here it's the same thing with this. The sound of this and this is like the same. We come here. Wa, Washington, Washington. Wa, we, like say we say. We, it sound like whiskey, it sound like that. Here, woo, woo, we. You see here? Here, it sound like in Lingala or the other African name, we're gonna say woo, but it's not like that in French. No, we don't pronounce like that in French. No. So here it's the same, okay, with this, the sound. So I want you to focus. I want you guys to pay a lot of attention here, okay? When we read this, okay, you have to be careful. So we come here. Za, ze, zi, zo, zu. You see here? Don't get confused with zu, no. Okay, don't get confused on that one. Here is z. So this and this sound the same. For example, here I can say like Zaire. Here it's like when you say zebra. Here like zing. Here like zone. Okay. Here is the people from South Africa. We call them Zulu. Lu. You see, the pronunciation is different. I'm saying Zulu. Okay. So we come here. Okay. So we have fu, ku, lu, mu, nu, pu, wu, su, tu, vu, wu, zu. So this, the sound here, it's like sound like fu. Here it sound like kute, ku. Here most of the time we use this in African. Here it sound like loop when you put p here. Okay. Here it sound like you know when you write more, okay, or mourir. So verbe mourir, okay, this one, okay, mourir. So it sound mu. Here it sound nu, nouvelle. Here poudre. Here rouge. Here like verbe souder. Here tous or tout. Again, we're gonna put like this. Tout or toutes or tous. Okay? That's how the sound. Here it sound like vous. Here it sound like well, in we have a different expression in English, but in English you're gonna see we use like would. in English, when we read, you're gonna see it sound like wood. Okay, wood, but no, we don't really mix French and English. No, no. So those, some of these you have to be careful how we use it. Okay, so I don't want you to sound like, you know. So when we mix African name with the vowel and the other stuff, the sounds change. That's what I want to explain to you guys a lot. Okay, so you have to be careful for the sound. You see here, okay, an African name, okay, from Congo, Kinshasa, Rwanda, Burundi. When we read this, it's gonna sound like fu, fu fu, ku, 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 ku. So when we put this and this, it sounds like the same. Ku, ku, lu, mu, nu. Pu, hu, su, tu, vu, wu, zu. So this one is like fu fu. This one I can write any African name I want. I can say like let's say ku. I can say like kuda. The pronunciation can sound the same with this. Here I can say lu, mu, lumumba. Here I can say mu, do, mbo. You see, it sounds African name. So here I can say nu. I can say nu, nupanga, panga. Here I can say puma. Here I can say rumba, rumba. Here I can say su, su, tu, ka. These one are African name. Su, su, tu, ka. Here I can say tu, tu, sa, na. Here I can say ka, sa, kasa, vu, bu. You see, so here I can say wu, wumba. It's a name. Here I can say zu, lu. So these one are African name, but the pronunciation is a little bit different compared to the French. See, so these one are the Belgium. Now the same name I write here, right? So when you see here, fu fu, fu bu, lu tu mba, bu mbu, kasa vu bu, mo bu tu. You see, but in French this sound tu, tu es beau, tu es belle. But in English, in African language, it's different. It sounds like tu, tu, tu. Okay? So these one are the French from French. The French from France. They are where they went to Africa. They colonized. The sound is different. So for example, when we come here, you see, fufu. This is how the person. If you go in Congo Brazzaville, they're gonna write it like this. Fubu, it's gonna be write like this. Lutumba, it's gonna be write like this. Bumbu, like this. Kasavubu, like this. Mobutu, like that. Because this is sound same with the Belgium like this. Okay? This is not V, this is U. Okay, Mobutu. So this say also sound the same. You see, this is say. It sounds like this. Say. This one, forget about it when you're reading. It sounds the same. This one, forget about this. Forget about this. When you're reading, it sounds the same. Same thing. Forget about this. Forget about this. The sound is the same. Forget about this. The sound is the same. Only if you have to link them with the other voyelle. Yes, the sound gonna change, but it's gonna be almost the say it's gonna sound. This same thing, it's gonna sound like this. Okay, say. So say. Okay. So we go here. You see, these sound the same. Sa, the same. This is sound O. This one sound O. So je vais aux États-Unis. Je vais aux Pays-Bas. Je vais aux Philippines. Okay? This one like low, bo. Okay? So when you put L like this, it sound like low. Okay? When you put B, it sound like bo. Okay? Here the same. It sound O. It sound the same like this one. O, it sound the same like this. O, the same. It depends when we use. For example, this one I can say je vais au Canada. Je vais au Canada. Guylain va au Canada. If I put Guylain, for example, Guylain, okay, Guylain va au Canada. So this one, it sound like O. Okay? Yeah, so I'm gonna stop here for today. So thank you so much, you guys.